Hey there, everybody. It's Zach Anderson here, and today we're going to talk about one of my favorite subjects, which is Steve Jobs and the 7 rules of success. As an entrepreneur and a SaaS developer and a marketer, I've always been very intrigued by Steve Jobs and his incredible ability that he had while he was on this planet. May he rest in peace. But today, what I wanted to go over is what Steve Jobs had as the 7 rules of success. Now, there's no denying that Steve Jobs is one of the most successful and innovative people in the world. His innovations and ideas have touched our lives in nearly every aspect. We've got computers. I mean, I have been on Macs for probably 15 years now. Music, on the Apple Store and Apple Play, the movies using an Apple box, and definitely mobile, the iPhones, the revolutionary things of that nature. So what drove him to success? Well, what we're going to go over today are the rules and the principles that he had behind himself for him to become so incredibly successful. So, number one, do what you love. Passion is absolutely everything. Jobs once said, actually, people with passion can change the world for the better. Ask about the advice he would offer would-be entrepreneurs. He said, I'd get a job as a busboy or something until I figured out what I was really passionate about. That's how much it meant to him. Passion is absolutely everything. And I can't stress that enough. If you do not have passion for what you're doing in your current market, your job or whatever it may be, or your marketing agency, you're never going to be able to find that success. You've really got to hone down what your passion is and really go after that. I love building software and doing marketing, and so that is what I core focus is and always going to be. You want to put a dent in the universe. Believe in the power of vision. Jobs believed in the power of vision. He once asked the then Pepsi president, John Scully, do you want to spend your life selling sugar water, or do you want to change the world? Don't lose sight of the big vision. My goal in life is to change businesses, help them improve customer experience, help them grow their business by leveraging marketing automation tools. That is one of those big things. You have to have your big vision. What are you wanting to do in your life? And don't be stuck in just doing the mediocre things on a day in and day out basis. You've got to make connections. Learn and experience things from different fields to connect ideas and be more creative. Jobs once said, creativity is connecting things. He meant that people with a broad set of life experiences can often see things that others miss. He took calligraphy classes that didn't have any practical use in his life until he built the Macintosh. Jobs traveled to India and Asia. He studied design and hospitality. Don't live in a bubble. Connect ideas from different fields. Something that I do in my life is I love to build things, not only software, but actually physical things. And I always learn from those, and I get a lot of creativity out of it, new ideas for what I'm doing. I've built a dock from our pond. I've built a chicken coop. I've built a bridge. I'm working on a barn right now. And every time I do it, it allows me to have that creativity so that I get ideas then to do in my software world and my marketing that I'm completely passionate about. So make sure that you make connections and learn experiences from other different fields to connect the ideas and actually be more creative. Now, this one is extremely important to me, at least, is to say no to 1,000 things. Be proud of what you choose not to do, as well as what you do. Jobs was as proud of what Apple chose not to do as what Apple did. It's kind of interesting. When he returned in Apple in 1997, he took a company that had 350 products and actually reduced them to 10 products in a 2-year period. Why? So he could put the A team on each product and what you're saying no to. I do this every single day. I had a customer actually reach out to me a few weeks ago and was looking to have me do something that was, it could have been very lucrative to me, but it was outside of the scope of what I'm currently doing. And so I actually said no. And I actually referred him to one of my friends to help them out with that. But I do say no quite a bit in my life, and it's really important that you do that as well so that you can stay focused on what you're trying to achieve. Number 5 is create insanely different experiences. Enrich your customer's life and create an emotional connection between them and your brand, right? Jobs also sought innovation in the customer service experience. When he first came up with the concept for the Apple stores, he said that we'd be different because instead of just moving boxes, the stores would enrich lives. Everything about the experience you have when you walk into the Apple store is intended to enrich your life and create an emotional connection between you and the brand, right? What are you doing to enrich the lives of your customers? What is it that you can do differently that nobody else is doing that will connect an emotional sense to the brand? A lot of times what I do when I'm working with actual individual customers is I can sometimes will just pull some stuff out, create a real quick video and just share it with them out of the blue. That's a big important thing. Obviously, Apple has always created an extremely different experience from the moment you even just buy their packaging. Their packaging is ingenious. Buying a little iPhone is so cool how the packaging works. You can do the same type of things. Write down what your customers love, keep records of those types of things, and when you come across them, send them to them. Do things differently. Do something that will connect them to you under an emotional sense and your brand itself. Number 6, master the message. Learn how to communicate your great ideas, inspire and entertain people at the same time. I'm a really big believer in this type of stuff because it's so important to learn how to communicate properly through a lot of different means, whether that's video, whether that's email, whether that's social media. However it is, you've got to be able to have that communication just top notch, and you've also got to be able to entertain people. You can have the greatest ideas in the world, but if you can't communicate your ideas, it really doesn't matter. Jobs was the world's greatest corporate storyteller. Instead of simply delivering a presentation like most people do, he would inform, educate, inspire, and entertain all in one presentations. I remember when they would have those new iPhones coming out and he would get out there on stage and do all the crazy stuff. It was fun. It was an entertainment. It was like a rock show, excuse me. Sell dreams, not products. Understand your customers and their needs to help them achieve your dreams. Jobs captured our imagination because he really understood his customers. He knew that tables would not capture our imagination if they were too complicated. Tablets. One button on the front of an iPad. It's so simple, a 2-year-old could use it, right? Your customers don't care about your product. They care about themselves, their hopes, their ambitions. Jobs taught us that if you help your customers reach their dreams, you'll win them over, right? That's kind of one of those important things. Simplicity is so difficult to do. I don't remember what the exact quote was, but he says it's really easy to make things complicated. It's really hard to make things simple. And that's what my job is always trying to do, whether I'm building software, communicating, or helping out a customer. I try to take everything out of the way for them. So for example, if I actually have a customer inside of my marketing company, I do absolutely everything for them. I take care of them. I get back to them within 5 minutes when they email me, all those types of things. I make sure that everything is very, very simple, and I allow them to be able to just do what they do, which is trying to grow their business. So there's one story that I think sums up Jobs' career at Apple. An executive who had the job of reinventing the Disney store once called up Jobs and asked for advice. His counsel? Dream bigger. I think that's the best advice he could leave with us. See genius in your craziness. Believe in yourself. Believe in your vision and be constantly prepared to defend those ideas. Get out there and do something different. Do something outside of the norm and have passion with what you do. I plead with all of you to just do something that gives you joy and excitement, and you can create entertainment around it. And be bold. Do something different. Have fun. Enjoy your life. Don't waste it. Do the things that you find passion with and do them as best as you possibly can. I've always had this saying since I was like I think it was as long as I've ever had a job, probably 16. And whatever I am doing at that time, I'm going to do it the best possible way I possibly can. Whether that I was a bag boy, whether I was stocking produce, whether I was selling computer hardware, doing mortgages, building SaaS, whatever I'm doing at that moment, no matter what the job is, I'm going to do it the absolute best of my ability and not cut corners. And I implore you to do that in your business and in your life.